All right, let's waste no time getting into it. You know, sis says she used to date married men, but eventually grew out of it. Can y'all relate to this? Let's go.
Here called "Do Married Men Really Treat You Better?" There was a moment in my life where, if it was bills, if it was helping me through college, if it was my birthday and holidays, those are the men that showed up in my life. And I've definitely outgrown that now. I'm 35. I'm not looking to be anybody's side chick, but it leans into just a lot of me realizing the lack of worth that I had for myself, the lack of respect I had for myself. And unfortunately, I was like a slave to the dollar. But like, how else are these bills getting paid? Like, I bartended, I worked, I did multiple jobs all the time. But yeah, it was always like, okay, well, if I could spend your money. And to me, if you're a married man, this ain't about love. So you want something out of me, I want something out of you. And it was like those types of conversations that I was having in my my late teens, early 20s, that kind of shaped the way I view relationships even today.
So that make you like, man, I can't really.
I mean, to me, it's made, I've been the side lean into ethical non-monogamy. I don't believe in monogamy. I think that traditional way of thinking is unrealistic.
Okay.
You can love multiple people. When we come into romantic partnerships, we have unrealistic expectations of our partners. So we could have multiple friends. We could have multiple siblings that we love. We love both parents. We love grandparents, uncles, aunts. We're taught to love all of these people. But however, when we get into a romantic relationship, it has to be only this person. The possessiveness of it, it doesn't appear natural to me. Maybe why I lean into ethical non-monogamy.
So basically, what you heard here was she was a prostitute. She was a prostitute, and she pretty much said, tried to justify it by making the analogy to loving multiple siblings, or she cannot be in a monogamous relationship. She can't. She can be technically, but she's not going to be happy. And we know happy wife, happy life. If a woman not happy, the house can't be serene. The house can't be moving forward. Everything has got to be chaotic when they are not happy, right? And she said that she dealt with married men because she wanted something from them and they wanted something from her, and it definitely wasn't love. But hold on, if you go a little fast forward a little bit more, she ended up saying that you can love multiple people at once. Then she just said that. That's why she believed in non-ethical monogamy, whatever the bullshit she said to justify, being with more than one person, to have more dicks in her mouth. She clearly said you can love multiple people. So why couldn't that married man love you? It clearly wasn't love if he was married. But hold on. You just said you can love more than one person. That just let you know she was in it for the money. You heard her say, I worked multiple jobs and, all this. She was in it for the money. She was giving up pussy. They was giving her money to fill in the bills while she was working. And she said that experience she had with married men shaped the way she looked at relationships today, which therefore she can never be happy in a monogamous relationship because she was a hoe. She sold herself. I'm telling y'all, any of these people that sell their soul, who sell they self, who, who sell their body, they cannot be happy with a single person. Especially women, they're not built like that. So a lot of dudes, they be in relationships with women like this and wonder why you can't make them happy. Why only time she happy is when you providing something, money, a dinner, an experience. It's never y'all just sitting there chilling, watching TV and y'all just enjoying each other. They're incapable of that. She's for sale. She's sitting there not doing nothing and she feel like she could be making money or she got needs, or if I'm sitting with a nigga, I might as well be getting some money out of it or getting a dinner out of it or getting a bag out of it. That's because a lot of these women, when they was in high school, they was selling themselves for a chicken sandwich, for a bag, for Jordans, to get a phone bill paid. That's what's them. When they say women mature faster, that's a fact. That's what they meant. They were going out there and going to the highest bidder. And after so many of those experiences that they have with guys like that, they're incapable of pair bonding. Even if they never pair bonded with a guy before, their pair bond is to money. Their pair bond is to money. And a lot of guys, they turn around and they be wondering why, this girl, she is so beautiful and why don't she have a husband? And you start talking to her, you go, oh, she just crazy. No, she not crazy. She's burnt. She's burnt. Her whole life, she been selling her body, selling her self, selling herself, selling her time. Her whole life, that's been what it is. You have to pay for her time. So when she get a husband, you go, oh, why you ain't paying for my time? She's incapable of loving. And in many cases, they're incapable of loving their children. Think about that. In many cases, they're incapable of loving their children. That's the crazy thing about it. In many cases, they're incapable of loving their children. Ain't that crazy? This is why you heard that you had that R. Kelly, that story that the parents were selling they, they were selling they, to R. Kelly. That's why. You can't trust a whore. You can't trust a person who will do anything for money, who will sell themselves for money, sell their body for money. At least she's very much self-aware to know she's a hoe for life. Not to go into society and mess up somebody's life trying to be something that she not. A lot of these women are delusional. A lot of these women have been with, they done been in some of the most worst predicaments. But a woman like this, she understands she can't be salvaged. And she did that. She sold herself to married men. Said, don't get it twisted. She is still aside for a married man. Oh, absolutely. That's all she know. The spirit of Jezebel is speaking through her. That lady in the blue couldn't believe what she was hearing. No, she couldn't.
I don't believe it.
Hold on. No, she couldn't. What? Look, watch her face. No, she couldn't believe. Look at her face. And it's so funny because it's a lot of people, especially with the internet, and it's a lot of us who we used to be in the field before the internet. It's always been bitches like this. But hey, appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Hit the link tree, join the Patreon. Peace.